Before bullet journals, before self-help books, before meditation apps and life coaches, there was a man who ruled the Roman Empire and quietly, humbly, wrote to himself. Marcus Aurelius, philosopher, emperor, sleepless thinker. His journal, now known as Meditations, wasn't meant for us. It wasn't a performance, it wasn't content. It was survival of the mind. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. He wrote in tents beside battlefields, in palace chambers between affairs of state, at the edge of a dying empire as chaos clawed at the borders. He wrote not as a ruler, but as a man trying to remain good, in a world that often wasn't. Marcus Aurelius ruled from 161 to 180 CE, during a time of almost constant war. The empire was under siege from Germanic tribes, plague was ravaging cities, political unrest festered beneath the marble. Yet in the midst of that, he paused, and wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." He was a Stoic. But unlike modern Stoicism, which often sounds cold or hyper-rational, Marcus's writing was deeply emotional. He doubted himself. He mourned his flaws. He reminded himself to forgive, to breathe, to be still. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. These were not commands, they were mantras. He was born into privilege but never sought luxury. He preferred philosophy to power, books to banquets. When he became emperor, he accepted it, not as glory, but as duty. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess. He reminds me, being mindful isn't new. Journaling isn't a trend. It is, and always has been, a way to stay human when the world is too much. Marcus never titled his writings, never polished them. They were never meant to be published. In fact, they nearly vanished. What we now call Meditations is just a selection that survived, like a whisper through time, a man's inner voice caught in the margins of history. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. In a world of noise, Marcus Aurelius reminds me, silence is strength. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. And sometimes the softest words, the ones we write for ourselves, are the ones that echo longest. Sleep well, think deeper. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. The questions will still be here when you wake. Subscribe to The Sleepy Philosopher.